So it's been well over a year since Dying Light 2 released, and on the 29th of June, the game received a massive update that certainly changed the game for the better, and brought along a bunch of new features, improvements, and adjustments to some core mechanics and functions. Now it pains me that this stuff wasn't a part of the game upon release, as I truly think the game's community could have lasted and the game as a whole would have been received so much better, but today I'm going to go over the changes that range from an entire nighttime horror overhaul to game partnership bundles to a custom community map browser built into the game, plus so much more. Let's get into it. Now, quoted straight from the patch notes, which I'll link down below, the devs say, "The day and night cycle has always been a fundamental element in the Dying Light series, introducing both visual and, more importantly, gameplay changes to our zombie-infested world. In this update, we aim to enhance the nighttime aspect of this unique feature by introducing heightened tension, horror, and the presence of roaming volatiles. To achieve this, we are implementing a series of modifications." Now, let's go over these changes. So the entire zombie ecosystem has just entirely changed. Howlers are far less abundant than they were before. Not only this, but they actually don't even trigger chases anymore. Seems crazy since that was their only function for 99% of this game's entire lifespan, but now they just attract hordes of zombies to you, which may include the new roaming volatiles, who upon seeing you will now trigger the chases. That's right, volatiles finally roam around the rooftops and the streets, and they will hunt you down just like they did in the first game. Now that's not the only change they made to chases. There are now entirely new sound effects for each level of a chase and for when a chase ends. Now when you initiate a chase, it will say you are hunted on your screen, and then when the chase is over, it will say hunt is over. And not to mention, the entire HUD also had a revamp. The health bar, clock, and the chase counter in the top right are all new, and it looks so much better than it did before, in my opinion. Now, to add to the nighttime horror, they've gone and toned down the music a little bit to create a more atmospheric horror experience. So now you hear more sound effects and zombie noises, and the music takes a backseat. I do very much like this change. The music during chases and nighttime was very intense, I'm not going to lie, so I think that's a good change. It's going to make it way scarier. Now the devs also mentioned that the population of zombies was changed to create more unexpected moments, and the chases were changed to be less arcade-like and more unpredictable. Now I'm not 100% sure what they specifically mean by these claims, but after playing for a little bit you can feel a difference. You do find different zombie variants like volatiles and banshees in completely random and unpredictable locations, and zombies just seem to come from all directions instead of just the one spawn location like they did before. Now the cherry on top that makes this all perfect for me is the new color grading option that they've gone and added. It isn't forced onto the players, which I guess is a good thing, but man, I do wish it was the default in the game. It is called Darker Nights, and you can toggle it on in the settings. Now this makes everything at nighttime almost pitch black. Now here is a view of the city normally with it off, and then here is a view of the city with it on. It is an insane difference. You almost can't see anything without your flashlight, and I absolutely love it. Now these simple changes turn the entire game back towards the horror genre, and I think it's fantastic. Now, if that really isn't to your taste, they've still added something that you might like. They've gone and gave us another color option called the Haran Sunset. And of course, it does exactly what you think. It makes the game look like Haran from the first game with that golden orange lighting and those harsh shadows. And man, is this not nostalgic. It works perfectly, and I appreciate this addition to the game so much, even if I don't use it. Now, moving on from the horror changes, let's talk about the massive parkour overhaul. Now, the devs stated that they're aware that we as a community desire fewer assists, more physicality, better control, and less hand-holding. In response, they've introduced a new set of parkour settings called Physical, specifically designed to cater to seasoned veterans of Dying Light 1 and new pilgrims who want to experience the real deal when traversing the city. Now, alongside this, several animations have been improved to reduce floatiness. The gravity does seem to be a little heavier, so a lot of dropping and falling animations do seem to be a lot faster and a little more realistic. Now, this does include zip lines and falling on bags. Now, you can toggle auto sprint on and off. There are new vault animations, wall riding animations, car landings are quicker. You can adjust the head bob animation in settings. The active landing skill can be performed while paragliding. There is a lot here, but by far one of the best changes is you can maintain your momentum in the air and then redirect it. Now, what I mean by that is you can change directions as you fly through the air. It's not super realistic at all, but it does feel amazing. This means you can go sideways, backwards, do a complete U-turn, whatever the hell you like. Since the game is solely PvE, this isn't entirely super useful at all, but it does feel amazing, so it is definitely a welcome change. So now players can actually opt in for the new parkour system, or they can go and keep the old ones if they preferred that, which is awesome. You can just choose physical mode for the new stuff and then choose assisted for the original Dying Light 2 parkour. They also added the ability to slide down billboards with a knife, which is dope. You just press the crouch button on PC, square on PlayStation, or X on Xbox just as you connect with the billboard, and you can throw your weapons too, just like the Dying Light 1 days. Now you want to charge your attack and then hit F on PC or the right stick on console. If you forget this, you can view it on the charge attack skill in the tree. It's another welcome change that adds some extra variety to the game and the combat. Just be careful not to throw your weapon accidentally. Now, a big change for PC users and soon to be console users is the new community maps option on the main menu. Now here you're able to try out all the custom maps that the community has made and uploaded. All sorts of different things here, from maps, parkour challenges, and even little custom campaign missions that you can try. People can upvote the good ones and downvote the bad ones, and you can rate them and all that so you know which ones people do like. And I'm going to give these a proper look at, and if it's interesting enough, maybe I'll make a separate video. We'll see. Another new feature is the option to opt in or out of events that the game might have running at a certain time. I guess this option is here if you don't want your immersion ruined when every volatile is running around with a Christmas hat, which is fair enough, honestly. Now, these next few things aren't out with the update, so you can't get your hands on it yet, but we do have a couple bundles releasing very soon to get excited over. These include the Hakon bundle, which I do think will be out by the time this video gets posted, a Walking Dead crossover bundle with a Rick Grimes outfit and some Walking Dead weapons, which is awesome, and then we're getting a Payday 2 crossover bundle with a Payday outfit as well. So that is it for the patch notes, but we're not done. There were a lot of other smaller changes that came with the update as well that aren't mentioned in the patch notes. Now this includes the inventory background changing depending on whether it's nighttime or day. You can now craft significantly more weapons as well, and the blueprints now go up to legendary rarity instead of just artifact rarity. Now, a very important change is volatiles got a massive buff, which helps with the scariness of the nighttime. Now, their health requires a certain number of hits before they die now, which is 7 hits to be exact. So your OP glitched weapons that you have are no longer that OP. Now, an awesome change is hard mode significantly increases the amount of zombies that now patrol the streets. So no more need for mods to increase the abundance of zombies. You can just put it on hard mode. Probably one of the best changes in the entire update, if I'm completely honest. Now that's it for the newest update in Dying Light 2. What do you guys think? Is it enough for you to come back and check out the game, or did you never even stop playing the game in the first place? Let me know. Thanks for making it to the end. Sub if you want, it's free. Catch you later. Peace.